Imagine you're staring at the moon one calm night, the same glowing, silent guardian that has watched over Earth for billions of years. But suddenly, something changes. A flash of light streaks across the dark sky, followed by another. And then in a fiery spectacle, satellites, human-made machines orbiting Earth, slam into the moon's surface. The world watches in shock as our closest cosmic neighbor is struck in real time. But what if different satellites collided with the moon? What would really happen to the moon? To Earth and to us? Let's find out. First, picture this. Over 6,000 satellites are currently orbiting Earth, from massive communication satellites the size of a bus to tiny CubeSats no bigger than a shoebox. They beam down internet, GPS, television, military signals, you name it. Now imagine several of them losing orbit and being pulled toward the moon, colliding at incredible speeds of 10,000 kilometers per hour or more. At first glance, you might think, so what? The moon's huge, right? Exactly. The moon weighs a staggering 81 billion tons. Compared to that, even the largest satellite is like a pebble hitting a mountain. One satellite crash wouldn't even cause a dent noticeable from Earth. But here's the twist. Different. Types of satellites carry different dangers. Let's start with communication satellites, the big boys, often loaded with fuel tanks to adjust their orbits. If one of those smashes into the moon, the fuel would ignite instantly, creating a massive explosion, scattering metallic debris across the lunar surface. The explosion itself wouldn't destroy the moon, but it would leave behind a fresh scar, a new crater etched in history. Now imagine weather satellites colliding. These are often packed with delicate instruments, sensors, and large solar panels. On impact, the solar arrays would shatter into thousands of shards, spraying reflective glass-like fragments across the surface. In theory, some of these fragments could even change the way sunlight reflects off the moon. For Earthlings, that might mean a slightly different shimmer when we look up at the night sky, a cosmic reminder of our technology's collision. But the real danger comes with military satellites. These machines are sometimes armed with advanced surveillance systems, nuclear-hardened structures, and in rare cases, nuclear power sources. If a nuclear-powered satellite ever struck the moon, the release of radioactive material could contaminate the lunar soil. While it wouldn't cause a nuclear explosion like in the movies, it would poison sections of the moon with radiation, possibly making future lunar missions hazardous. And then there's the sci-fi nightmare scenario. What if multiple satellites collided with the moon at once? Imagine dozens crashing within hours, like a rain of human technology. Each impact would throw dust high above the lunar surface, forming massive clouds of debris. Some of that lunar dust could even escape the moon's weak gravity and head toward Earth. While most would burn up in our atmosphere, the sky would blaze with meteors for days. Beautiful but terrifying. But here's the bigger picture. The moon isn't just a rock in space. It controls our tides, stabilizes Earth's tilt, and influences our entire climate system. A large enough impact, say if dozens of satellites carrying fuel or explosives struck the same area, could destabilize parts of the moon's surface. This wouldn't shatter the moon, but it might loosen its fragile crust, causing mini moonquakes. In turn, that could disrupt future lunar bases, astronaut missions, or even planned colonies. And let's not forget the human reaction. The very idea of satellites crashing into the moon would spark panic. Conspiracies would spread. Was it an accident? A secret military test? A message from another nation? Governments worldwide would scramble to explain, while scientists studied the new craters in awe and fear. But here's the haunting thought. Satellites don't last forever. They age, they break, they fall. And while most burn up in Earth's atmosphere, some, just some, could escape and drift further into space. Could the moon one day become humanity's accidental graveyard of lost satellites? So what if satellites collided with the moon? The moon itself would survive. Earth's tides would still rise and fall. Life would go on. But our legacy, the mark of human technology, would be etched permanently on the lunar surface. Future generations might look up at the moon and see not just a natural wonder, but a monument to our spacefaring mistakes. Because when we throw our machines into space, sometimes space throws them back.